Hello, welcome to Beacon of Truth Tarot. My name is Laurel. This is going to be a reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or anybody who has Aries strongly in their chart. If you're interested in entering the drawing to win a free reading from me, all you need to do is subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below. Okay, I'm going to be using for this reading the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Kranz, in case you want to find that deck. So what do we have for Aries? Aries. Okay. Aries, starting out, we've got the Star in reverse, the Chariot, and the Magician. Okay. The Magician in this deck, though, always, not always, oftentimes speaks to me of somebody looking around. They are not always on the up and up. Like they're watching their back. So you may be figuring out how to gain balance and move forward on a path that you don't know how to move forward on because somebody around you is not on the up and up. I don't want to say that necessarily about the Magician, but in this particular deck, this Magician comes across that way even in the upright to me oftentimes. In your world then, Aries, you have the Tower in reverse and the Hanged Man in reverse. Oh my goodness, we've got 5 cards out here and they're all major arcana. You're doing something that's very, very important to your life, okay? Into the position of you have the Tower in reverse. This is stopping a catastrophe. You've got the Tower and the Hanged Man both in reverse in who you are in your world. This Hanged Man in reverse speaks to me of this Star in reverse because the Hanged Man upright, this is a bat. Bats can see in the dark. You have it in reverse. There's something you're not seeing or understanding. You feel like there's an impending doom, an impending catastrophe about to happen, and you're taking action before the tower falls. Okay. The immediate environment around you, the Empress in reverse. Oh my goodness. And the Two of Swords in reverse. Now we have 7 cards out on the table and 6 out of 7 are major arcana. Holy cow. Okay, your immediate environment. The Empress in reverse it feels blocked. They feel like they're not able to make something happen. These feel related. Like whatever they decided to do, because you've got the Two of Swords in reverse, it didn't work. The Two of Swords in their position of them often feels like the Hanged Man, and both of these are in reverse. It feels like you and your family, your others, it feels like you're trying to escape an impending doom and you're not sure where to go. Okay. Interesting. So what you've done with this, I do still feel though, Aries, like this Magician, and I know the Magician can be Aries. I read the Magician as Aries, but not in this reading. To me, this Magician feels like the odd one out. The Magician here feels like the problem, not the solution. Okay, what you've done with it. You've got the 10 of Cups in reverse, the Devil in reverse, and the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, Aries, in your position of will, you have the 10 of Cups in reverse. The 10 of Cups speaks to more than one. The 9 of Cups is just all for me. The Ten of Cups is everybody. So I think I'm correct in that, like, it's not just you who's stuck here. There's something going on in your immediate environment. You are the one that's figuring out how to try and move forward on this. Because the people in your environment, I feel like, are... the Empress is more of a sitting energy. It's not an action energy. Whereas the Chariot is definitely action energy. So I feel like you are trying to take care of the people in your immediate environment. Your will is the Ten of Cups in reverse. It feels like everybody is no longer giving their love to this situation. Okay. In your position of inner confidence, you've got the Devil in reverse. These two here oftentimes speak to me of each other, even though it's these two positions are the ones that relate to each other. There's something about this Magician energy that feels like the Devil in reverse. It feels like this Devil energy is not able to bring down the tower. And you seem to know this because this is in your position of interior confidence. Like, you know that the Devil is all talk. It feels like not giving away your power. It feels like between these two, you and your immediate environment are no longer going to give away your power. There's a spiritual law that has something to do with nobody can actually take anything from you. They can't actually affect you. You have to give it away. You have to give your consent. You have to give your permission. Humanity actually, it has to be manipulated into giving away their power, and that's kind of what this feels like. It feels like the Devil is being blocked, and because you know that the Devil doesn't actually have any power over you, and that's what's blocking the Devil. It's blocking the tower from falling. And it feels like, because of this Ten of Cups, it feels like it's more than just you realizing this. Like, it's your whole family saying, we do not consent. Whatever that means to you, okay? In your situation. In your current position, you have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This means that you have not been able to break free. You haven't been able to get your independence from it. It's like you're financially tied, and so you can't quite escape. Like, okay, now I'll just tell you that I have an Aries moon. So for me, this would speak to, I have tried several times to move from my current locale, and I keep getting blocked. Like, something keeps falling and happening that I'm not able to move. And the reason the place in my life where it keeps being affected so that I'm blocked is financial. Something keeps happening to me financially that blocks me. And that is your current position. There's something about this Star in reverse not knowing how to go because your financial foundation has been undermined, taken away. Something like that. Okay, in your greater environment, Aries, you've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse. Something is not fair. There's not equal give and take, and it's BS. There is a lie being propagated here that has caused an instability, a discrepancy, and unfairness in give and take. that's causing you not to be able to have your independence. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So your new perspective on this, Aries, is the Daughter of Pentacles. The Daughter of Pentacles is, it's interesting. I want to look at these two cards, and when I laid this on top, it was interesting because the rainbow colors kind of bled into here. These colors over here are very root chakra, base needs and desires, okay? And it feels like the Daughter of Pentacles is bending a situation. That is such a weird message for me to get. Okay, so your new perspective is Daughter of Pentacles. It also feels like starting from scratch. Now that you understand this, you are starting from scratch, but it feels more like there's some sort of different direction to head in your life, in the world. This is Pentacles, it's real world stuff. But instead of trying to fight this thing that it only goes one direction, you're bending it in order to find your rainbow. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry, this is cryptic. That's your new perspective. This is a new path. It almost feels like a junior Fool card. Okay. Spark of change is going to happen when, the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, this is the skeezy behavior card, okay? The little fox, the underhand thing. It feels like somebody around you has shady behavior. And they've got a lot of power in it. A lot of power in it. There's quite a difference between a cheetah and a fox. It feels almost like the energy around you, the person, the situation, they're presenting themselves as a cheetah, but they're actually just a little bit of a fox. Like, that's not as powerful. So spark of change is going to happen when you see this happening. I mean, this card feels so hidden and quiet compared to like that magician or this devil. Well, it would speak to the devil in reverse. Like, it's hidden. Like, it feels like, realize they're not as powerful as they present. They want to be like, I am the devil. They actually are just a little tiny fox. Okay. Your best course of action, Aries? Father of Pentacles. Okay. They're going to play this game of like, I am a big scary devil and a cheetah, when they're actually just a little tiny fox. It's interesting because what came to me immediately when I drew this, I was drawn to this Daughter of Pentacles. Your best course of action is Father of Pentacles. Fine. This feels like the same dynamic, but coming from you. Like, you're actually just kind of a Daughter of Pentacles, but your best course of action is to present as like, this is it. Like, it feels much more certain. Okay, so if somebody asks you, if you could go and apply for a new job, and they're like, hey, do you have any experience in A, B, and C? And you don't, but you know you can do it. It feels like just being like, of course, yes, I can do that. Like, if they ask you, do you have any experience in something? Your answer is yes, because you know you can do it. The answer is not, well, I don't actually have any experience in that, but I'm pretty sure I can. Like, I think I can. Don't do that. Like, you need to come off as very confident. You may be a novice because this Daughter of Pentacles falls in your actual current position, but your best course of action is to act like the Father of Pentacles. Okay. What you're going to struggle with, Aries, the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, that's interesting. You have no problem going and saying, yes, I can do that. Being confident, being sure, convincing others, just being very confident, certain. It's interesting because we've got the Daughter of Pentacles with the Father of Pentacles, and then we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse with the Ten of Pentacles upright. What you're going to struggle with is getting everybody else to do this same thing, to believe in themselves, to believe that they actually can manifest this in their world, that they actually have this worldly power. Now, I'm saying worldly power because these are all Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Daughter of Pentacles, Father of Pentacles. There is something about action taken in the real world, work, experience. What you're going to struggle with is getting this immediate environment, which is represented here, right? Because you're doing, you see on an individual level something that the people around you also see, like this feels like a family or a group of people. And even over here, the Ten of Cups in reverse. This is lots of people not having fulfillment. I feel like the thing you're going to struggle with is that everybody needs to do this confidence game. I feel like it's a confidence game. Huh. It's not a game though, because you actually are this awesome. You may not have the real world experience in it, but you actually can do it. This is not a lie. Okay? Let's see. What needs to fall away? Daughter of Wands. Ooh, and this one wants to come out too. Oh, and the Ace of Wands. Ooh, okie dokie. What this feels like is being loud. Like, okay, so this is in the position of what needs to fall away. And here's the Daughter of Wands versus the Daughter of Pentacles, who you actually are. Pentacles is much more about being, about... it's not about talk. It's not about explaining. It's not about convincing. It's not about being overbearing or loud or rash. And this feels very rash, but it also feels very convincing. Like, I'm going to show you. That's what it feels like. And that's what needs to fall away. So there may be something here about this Devil and the Magician and this Seven of Swords character around you, where you want to show, you want to expose. It feels like that. You want to expose them. You want to show them the way. You want to show them the truth because there's lies in your general environment, your greater environment. You want to highlight this. You want to highlight this. And that's actually what needs to fall away. Your best course of action is to just be. Instead of this, like, the Ace of Wands, this feels loud. It feels fiery. It feels exposed. Whereas this is just is. That's interesting. So what needs to fall away is rash behavior. Just trying to prove how they are lying or wrong. Something about that has to fall away. It feels like what you need to do is just exit. If this is talking about a work situation, what needs to fall away is declaring it as opposed to doing it. The direction you need to head then, Aries, Five of Cups. That's the only one. Okay. The Five of Cups, this is somebody regretting, being sad. oftentimes we get into this kind of energy because we don't want to feel our feelings. Because we're so, like, this feels a little explosively, could be anger. It's emotion. Yes, like emotions that are just too much, okay? And it's often used as a cover up for our feelings. So like when somebody gets angry, they often do so because they're afraid, okay? Or they're hurt. And it feels something like that. That instead of doing this loud, explosive thing, and I'm not sure what this has to do with just being, but there's something here where you have been wronged, deceived. You've been deceived. We got the Ace of Swords in reverse, inequity here, the Magician, the Devil in reverse, and the Seven of Swords. It's like you have been deceived and you want to like expose it and yell at them and be mad and put this out there in an explosive way. And instead, I think the direction you need to head is to feel your feelings. With the Star in reverse, it does feel like possibly feeling your feelings, actually just seeing how how awful, how sad what happened to you or this situation is. This is not an active card. It's just feeling. It's feeling the despair, feeling the sadness, feeling the hurt. And that's the direction you need to head instead of being loud and explosive. Like, don't bypass this healing point. Okay, what you're not seeing, the Six of Swords upright, that there is healing to be had in this. I know that people say the Four of Swords is the healing card, but the Six of Swords is the balance between craziness coming at you from your own mind versus other people telling you. This is the balance of that. And what you're not seeing is that there's something about you not feeling the despair in this. Nobody wanting to feel this despair, okay? Because this is the 5, this is the 10. There's something about nobody wanting to actually face the awfulness of how this feels. And by facing it, what you're not seeing is that it brings together the polarity. It makes it so that the waters can be smoother. Anger and yelling is it makes the oceans very wavy, very messed up. There's something here about what you're not seeing is that by going into your feelings and feeling how awful this was, will make the waters smoother. It takes away the storm. Okay. What's going to be illuminated? 8 of Cups, and this one wants to come out too. Wow. The 8 of Cups and the 5 of Swords in reverse. Now the 5 of Swords in this deck always speaks to me of cutting away what doesn't work. It can, of course, talk about somebody else cutting you, but I don't feel like that with it being the clarifier on the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups in this deck, it's yes, it's a walking away card, but it's more so realizing there's nothing left here to salvage. Everything's been broken. Everything is gone. So what's going to be illuminated is that by going into this hurt feeling and not going into denial about, like, not redirecting your energy from feeling how awful this was, you're going to realize that everything is lost in whatever situation this is. Like, there's nothing left. All these cups have been broken. And whether they were broken by... It feels like because this 5 of Swords is in reverse, it doesn't feel intentional. It just feels like it just is. Like there's nothing left to salvage here. And you need to cut ties with that. And the only way to cut ties with that is to go through it, go through the feelings in order to balance it, to get to calmer waters. It's a little like, since I'm talking about waters, getting over the wake or getting over the wave. You know, when you start going out into the ocean, like if you've ever done ocean kayaking, you have to get over that wave. Then it's pretty smooth, but that wave can be pretty awful. This feels like the wave, and there's a calmness here that needs to happen in order to get over the wave and realize everything here is, there's nothing left to get here. You need to cut ties with that. Okay. The greater picture, Aries. The Ten of Wands in reverse. Any more? No. The Ten of Wands in reverse is lay down the burden. There's something here. Okay. Lay down the burden. There is something here about carrying this guilt, shame, hurt with you is burdening you. It keeps you wrapped up in the turmoil and in the tumultuous seas. And there's something about the greater picture is lay down the burden. Lay down the burden, Aries. That's interesting. All right, so the likely outcome. The Six of Cups in reverse. That's kind of karmic debts. And the Four of Wands. That's awesome. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Look at this. Wow. Okay. That's awesome. The Four of Wands, this speaks to a spiritual connection that is four pillars that gives you a correct, it's like the launching point for your life. It's portal to go through. It's a trampoline to jump from. This is surrounded by these two. They came out this way. The Six of Cups in reverse, this talks about soul connections, karmic connections and letting them go. The Five of Pentacles, because it's a rose, it always reminds me of a cups kind of card, kind of like the Three of Swords is, you know, in the Rider-Waite deck is the heart stabbed 3 times. That's a mental card, the Three of Swords, but it hurts the heart. And I feel like this, like whatever has been taken from you or whatever you've lost, it hurts your heart. And these are both in reverse. It's like that's being released. It's like releasing a karmic debt. That's what it feels like. Releasing a karmic debt and jumping through a portal. But I don't think you can release this karmic debt. It's interesting because these are pentacles and cups, and we've got a lot of pentacles and cups by something that happened in your greater environment. Realize there's nothing left to salvage here. Put down your burden. Just leave these two things. Leave these two things and go through this portal of amazingness. There's an idealism here, Aries, I think that needs to fall away. The Chariot here, the Chariot to me speaks of integrity and idealistic points of view. Moving forward, knowing how things should be. You've got the Ten of Wands in reverse on top of it. It's like dropping this idealistic point of view. I say this because the Ace of Wands also speaks to idealistic points of view. It's, you know, when you go to court, you expect that the court's going to uphold the law. And when they don't, we go back and still expect them to uphold the law. And when they don't, we still expect them to. There's some sort of an idealistic point of view here that is not actually what's happening in the world. And coming to terms with that, coming to acceptance about this, that There's something here with this 6. You've got the 6 of Pentacles in reverse in your greater environment, and in the outcome, there's a 6 of Cups in reverse. There's something to coming to acceptance, going into this idealistic point of view that brings a change here, because it feels like with this Devil in reverse and the 7 of Swords, it feels like there's almost a denial of something that's happening here. You can't find your star because everything isn't working right. It's like the star in reverse is like it's not working right. The outcome is that by coming to acceptance on this, that's when the window opens for you. The Father of Pentacles, like the Daughter of Pentacles in your new perspective here, is you kind of coming to terms with it, and your best course of action is totally coming to terms with this, with what is real on the earth plane. There is an idealism here, I think, that needs to be dropped, and acceptance that needs to be had. Okay, that's what I have for you, Aries. I hope that that's helped. If it has, please hit the like button, and otherwise, namaste.